What's happening, YouTube? Coming at you today with another video. We're going to be talking about the way of getting a perfect blend of sound in your vehicle. But first, my name is Jonathan Price, owner and operator of Down4Sound and this YouTube channel, which is two of the fastest growing things in car audio. If you will, hit that subscribe button and enable notifications so you know every time we drop a video, and you'll get it sent to your inbox and you'll be able to check it out first. All right, so let's get into this. In this video, we're gonna be going over getting the perfect blend of sound in your vehicle. So many times we go to car audio shows and I'll listen to people's rides, and if you're new, then you get a pass. But if you've been doing this for a really long time and your system isn't well balanced, it's kind of embarrassing, like that you have like a lot of subs but not hardly any mids, or you have a lot of mids and highs but not hardly any subs. It should be, especially if you've been in it for a while, it should be a nice, well-balanced system. But if you are just now getting into car audio, this is how you go about getting a well-balanced system. So we're gonna hypothetically speak here and put together a little system here in front of you. So if you're wanting to have more bass, obviously you want to get a subwoofer to go in your vehicle. Here in front of us we have the Bonce 2510. This is around 1,000-watt subwoofer. I would say it's very underrated, but anyway, this is going to give you a good amount of bass in your vehicle. So say you have 1,000 watts on your bass, but you have factory mids and highs. You may be able, with a single 10, you may be able to get by with having some factory mids and highs, but it's not going to sound that great, in my opinion. You're not going to be able to tune it really good. So what you need to do to match it up well is, first of all, if you're wanting to get more vocals and mids, you want to get a nice mid-range speaker. If you want something that's easier to deal with, you could get a component set. A lot of times component sets, they'll come with a mid, a tweeter, and a crossover. So the crossover is going to set the frequencies going to your mids and tweeters perfectly for whatever company developed them. So it's going to sound as good as possible from the get-go. But if you want to do it more precisely or even louder, in my opinion, you want to go ahead and get a Pro Audio mid and a Pro Audio tweeter. Again, there's tons of different ways to do this. This is just hypothetical. We're just walking through something that I would do. So if we have a single 10 and you have, say you have a Chevy Tahoe, you got usually 6.5s in the front doors and 6.5s in the back doors. So you would get two sets of like 6.5-inch Pro Audios, which in front of me I have the Down4Sound D25 NEO. This is the older model, but we now have the V2s, but you can get two sets of these, so that's going to take care of your mid-range and your two front doors and two back doors, or your two back side doors. And then, so these are going to cover usually a frequency that your sub's not going to cover and your tweeter's not going to cover. There's a blend on these, but you have to pay attention to like what you're doing with each one of your speakers. So this one's going to say cover from 150 hertz or so up to about 15,000. Above that, you're not going to be picking that up that well through the speaker. So that's when the tweeter comes in. The tweeter is going to pick up and play frequencies that this isn't going to play that well. So say you want to have this playing, you could set it at like 5,000 and up. So where this one starts fading off, not producing like the sound that you're looking for this one will start picking it up. So you'll be able to get your tweeters, your mids, and then on the lower side, on say 150 hertz and under, you can have your subwoofer over here picking up the lower end. And you say from, some people do 80 or whatever, say from 150 where this cuts off, you can have this where that's going to pick that up. So from 150 down to say 10 hertz, like you'll use your subwoofer for. Obviously it's not going to pick up all that, but it'll give you, this will have a lot better chance of picking up those frequencies than this speaker or that speaker. So that's how you'll get the perfect blend of sound in your vehicle. And obviously having a nice crossover or an amplifier with a crossover like a JP 234 or JP 84 would be a good option for your mids and highs. And then on a amplifier, you could use any Bonce sub amp. Also, the amplifiers that run subwoofers, the crossovers are geared more towards playing subwoofers than mids and highs, so your frequency range is going to be different on that than it is going to be your mids and highs. Anyway, I hope this information has found you well and helped you in some way. So if you can help out in the comments as well, that's always welcomed. Also, if you have any questions pertaining to car audio, be sure to drop them in the comments below as well, and we will try to answer them for you in another video. Thank you for joining me. We'll see you in the next one. Later. What's happening, guys? If y'all enjoyed all the hot content that you saw in that video, be sure to follow me on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram under the Lifer Price, and also Down4Sound Shop on Facebook and Instagram. And don't forget Snapchat. I'm JPD4S on there, so be sure to check me out there. We'll see you in the next one. Later.